Hey everyone, happy Friday afternoon. Listen, I want to talk to you about trusting yourself and keeping the promises that you've made to yourself. You see, a lot of times when I coach clients, they come and they ask questions, and what we found is that a lot of times people know what they should do. They know inside of themselves what the next step is, but for some reason, they don't trust themselves, or they don't trust that they actually know what the next step is. I found this time and time and time again, is that somebody is looking at their life, they're looking at their goal, and they're looking at the very next step. I'm not talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead, all of that, but they know what they should do next. And yet they don't trust themselves, and this comes from their own personal history and track record built with themselves. And the question that follows this is, do you keep the promises that you make to yourself? When you make yourself a promise, when you say that you're going to do something, do you do that thing? Or do you have a propensity to make excuses, come up with reasons why you can't do it, or why you don't want to, or talk yourself out of doing things? Or when the situation changes, maybe financially, maybe stress-wise, maybe when you feel a different way, do you act differently? These are questions that I've been having to ask myself personally as well. These are questions that I've been growing in and praying, God, show me what to do next. Show me, why do I act one way here and a different way here? And I'm just being real with you guys. This is something that everybody goes through. You're not unique in it. I'm not unique in it. We all go through this. And we have to realize that we have to start keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. Building up a track record of keeping the promises we make to ourselves. You see, before we can ever prove to anybody else that we can do what we said that we have to do, we have to keep that promise to ourselves. So if you say, hey, I'm going to go out and build a business that's going to make XYZ amount of dollars, but you haven't charged a single dime for anything before, you have to break it down to the basic level. Let's just sell one product. Let's just sell something for $5, $10. Let's get past that breakthrough level and then see what happens. Maybe you say you want to influence people through social media, or you want to reach them with products through social media, but have you made videos every single day consistently on your social media? Maybe you've said that you're going to. Are you writing? Are you blogging? Or have you come up with reasons and excuses why you can't do it, and reasons to talk yourself out of that? You see, discipline and excellence are what accomplishes impossible dreams. And yet, if we have a track record where we say we're going to do one thing and then we never do it, of course we don't trust ourselves, because we don't keep the promises that we made to ourselves. And so to shift that, this is what you need to do this week. Pick one thing that you said that you're going to do. I just talked to a lady today. She said, I need to finish building my website. Great. That's the promise that you have to keep to yourself this week. So then you can start blogging. She was telling me she wants to start writing more consistently, making more content online. And then she had this whole vision for a business that was going to impact and change the world. But she doesn't have her website up yet. And I said, let's just keep that one promise to yourself today. You don't have to get all the other pieces in order before you keep that first promise. Stay consistent, learn to build trust with yourself, and compound those things over time. What are some of those promises that you're making to yourself? Do you trust yourself? And if you don't, maybe you have a propensity to do that. Dive into that. Ask in prayer, say, why don't I trust myself? Why do I feel like I say one thing and do another? Why is this? What framework, what beliefs am I believing that is creating this disconnect in what I say I'm going to do and my actions? And in that, you can make a plan. What's the next step that I need to do? What's one decision I need to make today? And do that thing. And then do the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and start to compound over time those promises that you keep to yourself, and start to build, I kicked that video camera tripod. Start to build trust with yourself. Start to stay consistent with what you say you're going to do. Just like you have to build trust with other people, you have to do it with yourself too, first. If you ever want to lead other people, lead a company, lead a team, lead a family, you have to lead yourself first and learn how to take control of your emotions, your thoughts, what you say, what you do. This is an area that we all could use some work in. But when we start to be consistent with this, things change. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.